Teddy's entire life is on a knife edge. Upcoming EastEnders teasers confirm that he will face court over Okie's death. He previously accepted responsibility for the stabbing, hoping to shield the true culprit, his son, Harry. At the police station, Teddy was shaken when officers informed him they intended to charge him with murder. The following day, during a visit in prison, he told Nicola that he meant to plead guilty to protect Harry. But where does Teddy go from here? With his future in Walford growing more doubtful by the day, early hints suggest what might lie ahead. Fresh details shared on the BBC's site offer clues about December's storyline, pointing towards a tense month for the Mitchell family. Among the information released is confirmation that the court hearing is set for Wednesday, December 10th. A short preview for the episode states, "The Mitchells are under strain on the day of Teddy's trial." What that actually means is still unclear, though the summary for Thursday, December 11th, adds that tensions rise within the Mitchell family. Could Teddy end up serving time for Okie's death? At the moment, things are far from promising. However, neither the BBC nor actor Roland Manookian has indicated that Teddy is leaving the show, so the outcome could go either direction. Some viewers believe he may withdraw his guilty plea after learning that Harry has overdosed. With Harry caught in a downward spiral and unable to break his addiction, fans have speculated that this crisis might push Teddy to save himself. One viewer posted on X that Harry's overdose might make Teddy realize that sacrificing himself wasn't the right move. Another fan on Reddit suggested that once Nicola explains the truth to him, he may choose to stand trial rather than risk spending more than a decade behind bars and being separated from his sons. A third fan echoed the sentiment, saying they believe Harry's condition will drive Teddy to fight for his freedom, raising the emotional stakes around the upcoming court scenes. Will Teddy step up and defend himself after all? EastEnders confirms major death as devastating Kojo storyline concludes. EastEnders has announced that its ongoing cuckooing plot will reach a deadly climax this week, ending with a fatal stabbing. Earlier this year, Ravi and Okie took advantage of Kojo's struggles and used him for their own criminal purposes, but in last week's episodes, Kojo and Harry finally managed to escape after months of coercion. The story continues this week as Harry and Kojo confront Okie again, shortly after reporting what happened to the police. During a heated clash, Harry steps in to shield his friend, and in the chaos, he unintentionally stabs Okie. The show has now confirmed that Okie will not survive the injury. For Kojo's journey, the production team collaborated with Causeway and the National Autistic Society to ensure the portrayal was responsible. Additionally, the Ben Kinsella Trust provided guidance on the scenes surrounding Okie's death to ensure they were handled with accuracy and sensitivity. In an official comment, the show's executive producer said, "We're committed to depicting issues that mirror real-world struggles, and Kojo's cuckooing storyline is one that carries significant weight." Cuckooing is a type of exploitation that often goes unnoticed and has never been explored on EastEnders before. Through Kojo's experience, we wanted to highlight how easily someone vulnerable can be controlled and isolated. This can happen anywhere, but it feels especially powerful in a city like London, where people live close together, yet can still be overlooked. By working hand in hand with experts and support organizations, we aim to portray this story with honesty and care, while raising awareness of the warning signs and the importance of seeking help. The CEO of Causeway offered further insight into the collaboration, expressing how significant the storyline felt for those working closely with vulnerable communities. "We are privileged to have partnered with EastEnders on such an important and relevant storyline. Cuckooing is an extremely degrading and traumatic form of exploitation, where offenders infiltrate and take control of the home of someone who is already at risk. It strips people of their dignity, their independence, and in many cases, their sense of safety. Being able to contribute our knowledge and experience allowed us to ensure the plot was rooted in real-life situations and portrayed with accuracy. We're grateful that the show took the time to engage with us properly and committed to telling this story responsibly." A spokesperson from the National Autistic Society expanded on the added challenges faced by autistic individuals, highlighting why representation and awareness are crucial. The difficult truth is that autistic people are statistically more likely to experience abuse, coercion, and other forms of exploitation than those who are not autistic. This increased vulnerability often stems from difficulties in reading social cues, understanding unspoken intentions, or identifying manipulative behavior. These challenges can make it harder for some autistic people to recognize when someone is taking advantage of them, or when a situation may be unsafe. We hope that by including this storyline, the program will encourage autistic people, as well as parents and carers of autistic children, to learn more about recognizing the early signs of exploitation. Increased understanding can empower individuals to seek help sooner and reduce the risk of being targeted. Kim makes a costly mistake with huge consequences in EastEnders. Kim Fox becomes wrapped up in a full-blown online fiasco in upcoming EastEnders episodes, after an unintentional mistake during a live stream jeopardizes both her digital image and the family's already fragile finances. With Elaine preparing for the grand debut of the Peacock Palace, she decides the event needs a publicity spark to get Walford buzzing. Naturally, she turns to Kim, the self-proclaimed Kimfluencer, whose energetic style and camera-ready confidence usually ensure plenty of attention. To Elaine, it's the ideal collaboration. Kim gains new content, the venue gets exposure, and everyone stands to benefit. At first, Kim is delighted. Any chance to enhance her online brand is welcome, and she dives into the project with her trademark enthusiasm, aiming to deliver a live stream that will drum up excitement for Elaine's big launch. But things soon veer off course. While broadcasting, Kim makes a few throwaway comments about her own followers, assuming the live stream has ended. She doesn't realize the camera is still active, and what she intended as a private release of frustration instead comes across as blunt and insulting. Within moments, the chat erupts. Viewers rapidly exit, screen recordings begin spreading, and Kim's online reputation takes a sharp nosedive. By the time she realizes the mishap, the damage is already done. Her follower count collapses, and what was meant to promote the Peacock Palace suddenly becomes a PR nightmare. Elaine is taken aback, and although she tries to keep things civil, it's obvious the consequences are far more severe than expected. For Kim, the fallout goes beyond humiliation. With money tight at home and her influencer earnings becoming a crucial part of the family's budget, the loss of followers hits hard. Brand partnerships vanish overnight, and the collaboration that should have boosted their income instead leaves them worse off. Howie, increasingly anxious about the household's finances, sees Kim's livestream blunder as a breaking point. Determined to prevent further damage, he jumps into problem-solving mode, searching for ways to steady their income. However, Howie's efforts only serve to underline the strain the family is under. Kim, overwhelmed and ashamed, struggles to face what's happened and finds it hard to acknowledge how deeply the mistake has affected her. As the Peacock Palace opening approaches, Elaine must rethink her promotional plans, potentially without Kim's involvement at all. Meanwhile, Kim scrambles to rescue what remains of her online profile, unsure whether she can revive her influencer persona or if it's time to reconsider her digital career entirely.